John Berthol's Punisher will be back on Daredevil Born Again. Will Disney tame Marvel's most violent vigilante? Spider-Woman's spec is on the rise. Wonder why? Mandalorian 3 is out now. How has this season been affecting the market? Remember Sleepwalker from the 90s? Well, you might need to. We'll tell you why later. All tonight, plus more, at the Weekly Pull List. See you later. Excelsior.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Izzy, and here we are in the Weekly Pull List with Josh. What's going on, Josh?
Hey, what's up?
I see a very familiar book up there. So talk to us a little bit about this one.
This is the Alex Ross Timeless variant for Mary Jane and Black Cat #4. So Alex Ross has done a series of these, and they get the Virgin treatment. So guys, if you're trolling the interwebs, you're spending $30 for these retailer exclusive Virgin variants. You ain't got to do all that. Marvel is releasing this for $3.99. You can get a nice Virgin variant to hang on your wall.
Unless you want the black and white version, that's like 1 in 100.
Right. So essentially, you're gonna like this little bit of color right here. That's what you're paying for.
Exactly. So, woo. How's it been, man? What you been up to lately?
Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah. As you know, the reorganization is still in full effect.
Yes.
And now I ran out of space. So
Boo-hoo.
if anybody knows, anybody wants some comics, let me know. I got plenty.
Well, if people sign up, if they subscribe, they'll get a free book maybe.
What's up, Trev? Trev, the shipping guru. What's going on? All right. Yeah, so as the day goes by today, I'm there looking at this thing. First of all, I got a mess. I got this hot mess going on over there. And it's just insanity. And now the long boxes don't have space. But personally, I don't like long boxes anymore. I think long boxes are too darn gone heavy.
They're for long boxes are a young man's game.
Ugh. Even so, man, them things are heavy, man. The average box is like 30 pounds, right? The short box is 30. And I know this because I actually weighed it today, right? Because I wanted to make sure the shelf could handle it, right? So I weighed it. It is 30 pounds. So the long box has to be 60.
No.
It's too long. It's too short boxes.
Not exactly. I'll tell you this. I used to work in a restaurant. I handle a lot of raw fish. So I have a pretty good idea of how heavy things are. A long box shouldn't be 60 pounds unless you I don't know.
It's full of books, man. It's solid paper.
Do you have any backing boards in there?
Of course. They're all, in fact, those actually have all the backing boards in them.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. I think you should weigh the long box. Come back to us. Let's date it.
Well, I'll wait. I'll go ahead and wait. I can't do it right now because it's a little too challenging. But I got like 4 of them, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 long boxes. I'm getting rid of them. What's up, Kenneth? How you doing, my man?
Well, you know what I have the plastic bins, which don't even really have like a handle on it.
Oh, really?
So if I can have that, you'll be fine.
Well, yeah, because I'm old school, right? I got the before plastic bins, before they were metal bins, before there were all types of bins. We had the traditional white box, and before the white box, if anybody knows, if any of you old schoolers out there, before there was a white box, and Josh, I don't think you're familiar with this because you're still a youngin'. It was a milk crate. The milk crate to hold the comic books. You guys who are watching, tell me I'm not wrong. That's what we put our comics. Our comics was in the milk crate.
That's why they're all jacked up.
Well, that's how they were back then. That's how we collected our comics. We put it in a milk crate. So, oh look, so Trev says I used to use a file box. I've been there too. I've done that too. But I went from milk crate to comic box, so I'm okay with that. I get a nice little transition there and stuff. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. We're gonna be talking a little bit about Punisher. We're gonna be talking a little bit about Spider Woman. We're gonna talk a little bit about what's the other one I said we were going to Spider Woman, Mando. We're gonna talk a little bit about. Did you catch Mandalorian?
I have seen episodes 1 and 2. Yes.
I have not seen episode 2. I've been meaning to. I've been trying to catch up on the other Pedro Pascal show that's out there. So Mando could wait another day before the new episode comes out. But I know all about it, so I could definitely talk towards it. So I did that. What else we got going on here? Oh yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about Shazam because that's this week, right? Got my tickets, ready to see it on Thursday night. So I'll see that movie. I'm actually hearing some good things, so I'm happy about that. So anyway, while we talk about all that good stuff, I am going to share with you guys something that's actually happening. So I got a message earlier today, like maybe about a half hour ago, and this guy is like he's a friend of the channel, and we've been talking for the last couple of months. Like, hey, let's collaborate, let's do a show together, and we're finally gonna do a show. So I'm gonna be up late at night tonight for Carlos Collects Comics Show, the Monday Halls Live, episode 81. I will be on at 11 p.m. So that's
Dang, isn't that past your bedtime?
way past my bedtime. Did I tell you what time I went to bed on Saturday?
Was it 9?
No, 7.
What? I left at 5. So
When I got after we were done, I went home. I sat in my chair. Next thing you know, I'm reclining back, and I'm just there like I'm just done. I'm toasted, man.
and then it was the next day.
No, and then I actually made it to my bed, and I just said, "Hun, I'm going to bed." And she's like, "Okay." Went to bed. I kind of woke up like around 3:00 and stuff like that. But oh man, that I slept through that night, man. Daylight did nothing to me. Daylight savings didn't do anything to me, man. So I was good. Yeah, so there was that. So I will be at Carlos Collects Comics tonight at 11 p.m. for those of you who are East Coast, 10 p.m. Central for where he's at. So we're actually doing double places. What's up, Geek? So I got here. Geek got Roscoe on the other end. He's chatting, but apparently it didn't come. Oh, there it goes. Bam. Now I found it. There we go. Geek out with Roscoe. What's going on, man? All right. So let's go ahead and go right into it, man, because we do got stuff to show. So let's talk about what's trending, right? You ready?
I'm ready.
So what's trending this week in comics? Well, Punisher. How do you like Punisher? Punisher is actually one of my favorite characters. How do you feel about Punisher?
Punisher is kind of problematic for me. I think I don't like heroes that kill people. It kind of defeats the purpose, you know? Like there are already people in the real world who kill people with guns.
Yeah.
Through a misguided sense of justice. So the Punisher is definitely not one of my favorites. But I love the Netflix show because just the violence.
I will admit to that. Punisher has always been a problematic character. And he's still a problematic character for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately.
Not much has changed.
Yeah. However, I always had this I always liked Punisher. Like there was something about the Punisher character because with the exception of maybe 2 villains, he has no rogue squad. No, rogues gallery. And there's a really good reason for that. Right? He kills them.
Yeah.
But when during the Garth Ennis run, Garth Ennis did such a tremendous story with Punisher. And I think what Garth Ennis did with Punisher was really smart. He made Punisher more of a supporting character in his own story, and we were more intrigued with the supporting cast rather than Punisher. Punisher was just a force of nature, really. And I think that's the best way to write Punisher, as a force of nature. and then those that are around him, how it affects them. So, that's where we got Spacker Dave. That's where we got the Russian. I love the Russian, right? And the comic book version of the Russian. And then, what is it? I'm trying to remember her name. It was Mama Nuke or something like that. The crime boss, the Saint, all these cool characters that came out of it. Mama was awesome. I love Mama, especially how Punisher kind of like destroyed her in the end, which is pretty funny. There was one issue where he's fighting a polar bear, and they show the polar bear's face like getting punched. I'm not condoning that, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You got to defend yourself. So, what's your thoughts on Punisher on Disney Plus now? So, yes, we got Punisher on Netflix, and it's pretty much going to be the same version. But do you think Disney Plus is going to tame him?
Well, listen, and like I said in the Discord last night, this was a clickbait title. I object to your clickbait title because Disney bought Marvel in 2009. Okay, it's been 14 years, and the Netflix show came out way after the acquisition. So the idea that it's like, oh, Disney's coming in, new management in charge, they're gonna change. The Netflix show came out under their watch. It's not some. This is not a new. Oh, this is a new character we just came up with. They've already had creative control for a while. So yeah. I don't see anything changing just because it's on Disney Plus.
Well, I can tell you right now that we did a poll. We did a poll, and okay. I asked the audience, will Disney ruin Punisher? And 48% said, hell yeah.
What does that even mean? Will Disney? That's their character.
Will they ruin the Punisher as we know it? 58% said, hell yeah. 26% said, well, not sure. And then 10% said, seriously?
So that just goes to show 58% of people, I mean, they'll click on anything, I suppose.
Oh, that's just messed up. Look, Tread said they will destroy. They will destroy. All right, so let's talk a little bit about, again, some Punisher spec, right? The first book that we're going to talk about is actually one of my favorite books that I own. I have 2 copies of this book, of both part 1 and 2. Jim Lee goodness, man. Punisher War Journal issue number 6 came out in 1989. I remember when that book came out. I remember, believe it or not, that was the first time these two met in a story. And it was 89. So Punisher already had over 10 years of existence. Same thing with Wolverine. They've been around, but for some reason they never clashed. And this was the book that they clashed. And then to top it off, you got writing by Carl Potts, and then you got art by Jim Lee before he was huge. So I think this was the first book that made people recognize who Jim Lee was, because Jim Lee was a Punisher artist at the time. So really good book. Go pick it up. It's a 2-part issue. You can probably pick them up for about $20 right now before they get hotter. But the whole reason why this book is in the market right now is because there may be some little bit of speculation that he may show up in Deadpool, which I doubt that. Punisher and Deadpool, I don't think it's going to happen. Our next book here is a book that our good pal Cole is saying, Good Asian, right? Exactly. Good Asian is also on this list. It's been on the list before with the Chinatown Noir series. Really good book. I actually have a trade. I have a trade of this book, so I want to take an opportunity to read it. I heard a lot of good things about it. The artwork is solid. It has some great colors and tones into it. Really good read. Our next book here is Haunted Mansion #1. Are you excited for this movie?
No.
But my wife is.
Good for her.
She loves Haunted Mansion. Did you catch the Eddie Murphy one?
I literally never heard of it before. No.
Eddie Murphy version of this movie. Go check it out if you want to.
Okay, name a good Eddie Murphy movie.
Coming to America.
Name 2 good Eddie Murphy movies.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay. All right.
Keep it up. I could give you another one.
No, it's fine, because obviously.
How about name a good Eddie Murphy movie from that's 10 years old?
Well, that's what I was trying to get at, but
recently.
We can move on.
But Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy's not in a new movie unless he's a unnamed cameo or something like that. But it does have a high cast. There's a pretty big cast in this movie, including Danny DeVito. So if you got Danny DeVito, this movie's automatic gonna blockbuster movie because you can't go wrong with Danny DeVito. Moving forward. All right. Star Wars 69 came out back in March of 1983. Do you know why this book is in this list?
Is this the fake debut of Boba Fett? I can't see.
No, it is not.
Which one is this? I don't know. It's too small.
It's too small. This is the first appearance of the Mythosaur,
Yes.
but in skeletorial format. Right? Skeletorial? Is that a term? Skeletal?
It's a skeleton. It's a skeleton.
Skeletory. All right. What is the big deal with Mythosaur?
What? I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not answering this question.
I'm not saying there's anything bad with Mythosaur. I'm just saying, what's the story with Mythosaur? What's the big deal?
Oh, just in general. So if you ever see the Mandalorian, any character that's a Mandalorian, you'll notice they have a symbol, a little insignia on them. That creature is the Mythosaur. That's all I'll say for now.
That's all you'll say of that. Does the Mythosaur? Is there something to do with the Mandalorian TV series?
I'm not listening, man. You can spoil all you want. You're not going to trick me into doing that.
Melodome Comics, what's going on, guys? Well,
fool me.
Slight spoilers. Slight. I'm not going to give you spoil. There's discussion about this Mythosaur in Mando. There is some discussion about it, but there is something going. So look at you. Even get a what's up, Josh? Look at that.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? All right, and look, there goes Nate saying hi to Trev. Right, all right. So yes, there is some big deal, but this book has increased in 675%. Interesting, right?
Nice.
All right, our next book. It's a weird one, but we thought we were gonna. We're not. If you thought we were going to stop talking about Kang, you are dead wrong. Kang talk still remains, and it remains in Marvel Team Up issue number 9. Spider-Man and go figure, Iron Man are teaming up in this book, and you know who they are battling?
Is it
Take
Kang?
a wild guess. It is Kang, another version of Kang, and that's the reason why this book went up. This book is currently going for about $75 raw. Because now there is a rumor that Spider-Man will be leading the X-Men. I said the X-Men.
Whoa, that's a rumor.
That's a big one, right? That's a big rumor. I just started a new rumor, guys. Imagine. He's going to be leading on the Avengers in the next Avengers movie, which I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think he should be leading the Avengers unless they're the Young Avengers. So it sounds to me like we're getting ourselves our Young Avengers movie.
That's like 3 steps of logic I'm not ready to take. But look, I'm not going to stop people from spending a lot of money on the Spider-Man book. That's all I'll say.
Okay. All right. And talking about Spider-Man, we got another Spider-Man book, Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man issue 82. Guess what this book is about?
Is it Kang?
No, it's not Kang at all. In fact, don't let the cover fool you because it's very difficult to see it. But this
I can't see anything.
I know, man. You got to get a bigger screen, man. You'd be looking at your phone. So this cover features Cloak and Dagger, but no one cares about Cloak and Dagger here. What they care about is that little white space that's, you see Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's head's about to knock into the Kingpin. That's the Kingpin, what you see there. That bluish white stain, that's the Kingpin. And directly underneath the Kingpin is, you know who? The Punisher. Because this is the first meeting of Punisher and Kingpin. So, of course, you got some spec there. You got a book that's currently going, right now it's going for about $5. So you could get it on eBay for about $15, and if you go to Whatnot, you could get it for like $35. Is that how that works?
No, it's the opposite.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of Punisher, since we're on the topic of Punisher, and this is your clickbait for the day. Also, you have Punisher Annual number 2. This is the amazing Atlantis attack storyline. And apparently, Moon Knight decides to fight Punisher, but I guess in Atlantis.
Okay.
But this is their first meeting, another first meeting between two characters. So there you have it. And now let's go to our next book, which is World War Hulk issue number 5. Yes, I do have a copy of this book. And yes, this is a fun book. It features... so we got some crazy news. I have some pretty crazy news. Coles, drop it to me. Drop it to me. Not sure if anyone knows this, but Dom's been to prison. This is a wrestling joke. This is a wrestling joke. You got to know. Oh man, I heard it's tough in prison. He might be able to fight the Punisher in prison, Cole. All right. So in this book, World War Hulk, we got the first cameo appearance of Scar. That's the point of it. And people are not hyping on this book as much, but it's part of the list. So let's go there. Then you have Batman Red Death issue number 1. This book came out back in 2017, so it's not that long ago, not that old. It features the first appearance of, well, this is actually a one-shot featuring Batman Flash in the Dark Multiverse. So it's a metal tie-in. I guess it's because of the whole, speculation on what's going on with the Flash movie. That's why this book is here, like the mashup of Batman Flash. So, all right, cool. You can probably pick up this book for like $20. All right, then you have. Take a while. Guess what book is next?
Is it Punisher?
It's Punisher, and you know who he's fighting this time?
Is it Daredevil?
It is Daredevil because you can see it in the cover, right?
I see. That's a good cover. Even
That
a
is
small version, I can tell what's happening.
You could tell what's happening for you, right? So, miniature version of this is the first time Punisher and Daredevil meet. I personally have the one where it's John Romita Jr., which I absolutely love that book. So I have that cover. I'm excited about that book. That's a good book. And that's the first list of trending books. Let's go to the next list of trending books. And I did mention Spider-Woman. So Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars issue number 7 features the first appearance of Julia Carpenter's Spider-Woman. All right. Now, Josh, as I always do, and I'm pretty sure you give me the same answer most of the time, why is this book in the list?
It's for Spider-Verse. Julia Carpenter is a huge part of Spider-Verse.
Yes, and there's more. Not just Spider-Verse.
There's Secret Wars.
No, not Secret Wars.
There's Kang. Punisher.
No Kang.
I'm just saying things.
You're just throwing them out there, right? So yes, there is rumor that she's going to be in Spider-Verse. Almost guaranteed she's going to be in Spider-Verse, because there is an image of her in Spider-Verse. But she's also rumored to appear in the long expected and the movie we've all been waiting to see. The movie that nobody asked for, but everyone's getting. Madam Web. Are you excited for Madam Web, Josh?
So I know you're being sarcastic, but if you're a real Spider-Man fan, okay? I know we like to talk about who's a real fan, who's not a real fan. If you're a real Spider-Man fan, you are hyped for Madam Web. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, tell me why. Now you have to now you have to answer that statement.
So Madam Web has been around for a long, long time.
Yeah, because she's old. Have you seen her?
In terms of comic book issues, okay?
She may be older than Aunt May.
Again, do you want to be a hater? That's your right. But you asked me why.
I think that is Aunt May.
question.
I honestly think she is Aunt May because they look exactly the same. The only difference is that she's in a chair.
No. But Madam Web, been around for a long time. They de-aged her for Spider-Verse.
Yes,
so now
I remember.
So at this point in the story, and for a while in the story, she's kind of like the narrator. She kind of ties everything together. It's very typical that all the spider people run off. to have different adventures, and she's like left there trying to hold the bag, but she's also a character that can see the future, or she tries to see the future.
Yes.
So
She clairvoyance, in other words.
of course, but also it never works out, right? Because then the story would be boring. so so I think Madam Web's generally a cool character. I'm interested to see the casting. Is this a live action or is this a animation?
Live action Sony movie.
Interesting. So
From the people that gave us Morbius.
Oh, okay. Well,
no. You got to be excited for it. You can't change your mind now.
I'm excited for it. I'm gonna watch it. But it might be.
He's gonna watch the trailer.
It might be bad. I can be excited for something that's bad.
Okay. Well, are you excited for Kraven the Hunter?
No, I don't like Kraven. Kraven's dumb. Kraven's so dumb they killed him off. Like, out of all the spider villains that they all come back, Kraven has stayed dead. So
all right. Okay, so let's go and move forward with this. And we have Avengers 55, which features the first appearance of you know whom?
Is it Kang?
No, it's Ultron, the other villain from Avengers. But
so hard.
The word has it now. The reason why this book is is being on the spec now is because there is a rumor that Jane Spader will reprise his role as Ultron in Armor Wars, which I don't know if you know they're changing. It's no longer a Disney Plus series. It's going to be a full-fledged movie.
Oh, interesting. So okay, all right.
Yeah, so that should be interesting. We're going to get Ultron back now. I'm curious to see how that's going to work. I'm also curious if we may get the what if version of Ultron, which I thought was pretty cool. Infinity Ultron, I think was the name they went by. But that was
well. Let me ask you this: they took Ultron away from Ant-Man and made him an Iron Man villain, and so now by extension, it's a Riri Williams villain. What is? I don't know. To me, Ultron is Ant-Man.
Well, yeah, I feel the same way, man. But I guess not. I guess MCU there, it's not the case.
Who cares? Who cares about our opinion?
All right, our next book here is a Star Wars book. It's Star Wars Revelation. This isn't that old. This book features the first appearance of Ajax Sigma. Why is Ajax Sigma in my list?
Ajax Sigma is I think that's a robot. I might be confusing with another character, but it's a robot whose like consciousness has been in a MacGuffin that Han Solo has been chasing. So look, this was a book that came out and it sort of gave you a little sneak peek into what was going to happen over the next year. So maybe people are like trying to catch up. I don't really know.
Yeah, it really is. It features the second cameo appearance of Aiden Versio. I think that's how it is. And Infernal Squad. So we get that.
Yeah, those are characters from a video game, and they just made their first full appearance last week.
Oh, gotta look for those books.
Yeah.
All right. And guess who's back?
Is it Punisher?
No, the Spider-Woman.
The Spider.
So we got here Marvel Spotlight issue 32, first appearance of the Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, the original Spider-Woman. This is when she first debuted. What was interesting about this debut is that she had a full skull cap instead of having her hair flow, and they immediately changed that like that, which I think was a good move because the skull cap just did not look right. So, but again, this has everything to do with everything we're hearing about Madam Web and what Spider-Verse. This is the OG Spider-Woman. She's the real deal. So that's why it's in this list right now. Excuse me. Then we have Star Wars Heirs to the Empire, #1. This book goes for a whopping $180 raw. I need to know why.
So this is an adaptation of maybe the most popular and best Star Wars novel of all time, which features Grand Admiral Thrawn, among other things. And Thrawn has come back as part of Rebels, and now everyone thinks Thrawn is coming back, and potentially Ahsoka, and some other shows that are coming out down the line. So everyone's trying to get caught up on Thrawn.
Yeah, and he might show up in Mandalorian. It looks like too.
Could be.
And even Mara Jade is in this book. First appearance of Mara Jade, who happens not Mary Jade, Mara Jade.
Well, both have been erased in terms of being the love interests. Mary Jane at least still exists as a character. Mary Jade has been totally annihilated and like total mind wipe, never existed, totally destroyed her character.
Because Luke Skywalker can't be in love.
No, well,
It goes against the Force.
I would love to sit down, whoever made that call and be like, why? But on the other hand, I don't, because no matter what they say,
Violated.
No, yeah, like when you talk about like characters that were done dirty throughout the history of everything, Mara Jade's up there. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, not Mary Jane, Mara Jane.
Mara.
Even though Mary Jane's being done dirty too, even now. So,
but again, at least she exists, and there's still hope for her.
Well, we'll find that out. We'll see what Zeb Wells has to say about that. Exactly. So, next book is, guess what? It's Amazing Spider-Man 129, a very, very popular book. In fact, this book, a raw copy for this book high goes for, you ready for this number? $2.7 thousand. Why? Because it's bright yellow. And it features the first appearance of the Jackal.
No.
Are you think, am I lying?
Yes.
No, I'm not. It is the first appearance of the Jackal. I'm telling you, man.
That's not why it's 2.7 thousand.
Well, the Jackal doesn't demand that kind of money.
No, actually, I actually hate the Jackal with a passion. I'll have you know, because a lot of the issues we have with Spider-Man clones can be traced to the Jackal.
To the Jackal, he's the reason for the clone, but he's also the reason for our friendly neighborhood vigilante known as Punisher.
Sure.
So this is the first appearance of Punisher. Very difficult book to get. Again, it's $2.7 thousand. That's how expensive this book is. Our next book is a second printing of Wakanda issue 4. Now, this is the reason why this book is on this list is because it's the first cover appearance of Kimi. So, yeah, pick up a second printing, guys. Second printings are always the way to go, right? Speaking of second printings, Batman 357. Apparently, people want the blank sketch cover only because of the logo.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. And our favorite Spider-Man books, we got our Disney cover. This time features Goofy as the Incredible Hulk, which I personally like this cover. I think it's a really cool cover. But again, it's in the Spider-Man book where it should be in the Hulk book.
I think I figured out. I kind of knew this, but I confirmed it. The reason they're in the Spider-Man books is because Spider-Man, out of all the Marvel books, it's like by far the bestseller.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't put them in the other books. That's a poor excuse.
This is a 1 in 100 variant, the black and white version.
And the 1 in 1 variant is also in a Spider-Man book. There's no difference.
I'm just telling you,
100 because it's black and white. Because everybody wants black and white books.
I'm telling you, if you put this as a variant for Hulk, there's going to be like 10 copies in existence because nobody's ordering 100 copies of Hulk.
I doubt that. I think for the demand, I think they would. Anyway, and you're going to tell me Hulk's not loved? I know plenty of people that love Hulk.
But our store is ordering 100 copies of the Hulk.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
It's Disney money. They don't care. Anyway. They got the money. Our next book is Blue Book issue number 1. This is the Comics Pro variant. This one's going for about $80. You like stories of abductions, alien abductions? That's what this is about. Right now, if you haven't read this story before, if you go to James Tyden's Substack, you can read the whole thing. I think they're on volume 2. They just released it into hard copy now. So, but this one obviously doubled in value because it's an exclusive. Right, and those are your key collector comics. Now let's go ahead and talk about the CBSI 100 list. Oh, look what's number 10. It's Incredible Hulk. Oh, I take that back. It's Amazing Spider-Man 21. So the Zeb Wells, fun of Spider-Man. And have you read that book yet? I read it.
21.
Yes. Have you read it?
Yeah. Yes.
And your thoughts?
We talked a little bit about, or
Yeah.
I think you talked about it, and
Yeah.
I thought in my head, I didn't reply back, but I agree with you. It's like the start of the story, so it's a little cringe. They're bringing back a villain from like 400 issues ago that was also written by Zeb Wells for like that tiny little run he did, and it's like
I remember this guy, Benjamin Rabin. His name
No.
is Benjamin, but it's Benjamin Rabin, right? That's his name, right? That's
I
a
don't-
terrible name.
It's there's a lot to unpack. I went on Reddit, and Reddit has like a huge hate boner for Spider-Man, the more recent issues, and this issue they just tore apart. They don't like the arc. They don't like the characters.
Yeah, and people are hating John Romita. Man,
and it's
I don't,
like, it's I can't even tell them that they're wrong necessarily. And again, my biggest issue with how it's played out is it's now 21 issues and counting. We still don't know what Peter did. That's not okay. You have to.
And at the end of the day, it's gonna end up becoming Peter did something stupid, and everybody's like, really? That was it? Because you reach that point that no matter what it is, it's gonna be dumb.
It's like Lost, right?
Yeah,
It's like there's no, for how much you've built it up, there's no payoff
exactly.
good enough to make it worth it.
You know.
So
What did he get her? Did he get her impregnated with somebody else's, DNA or something? Because that's the only thing I could think of. It's like somehow, let's have her have kids with some other guy.
There's got to be like some amazing explanation that we're not thinking of.
Yeah.
Because these writers are so creative that they thought of this, and it's going to blow our minds. But in reality, we know we're just going to be disappointed.
Yeah, and they're doing the supernatural thing with Spider-Man, and supernatural and Spider-Man don't go well together. I'm sorry. He's an urban hero. Leave him with the urban characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. And I'm looking at the cover price right now. I'm not even looking at the right screen. I'm looking at this screen.
You got so angry.
I gave you a sneak preview, right? I gave you a sneak preview of cover price. Anyway, number 9 is Flash 794. This is the foil variant. Really cool book. It's going for $75. It's a fun book. Number 8 is a very interesting book because it's called Blank Canvas. This is actually dealing with AI stuff. So people are in the hunt for this one. Sure, why not? Wakanda issue number 4, the second printing. We talked about that book already. We talked about Star Wars Heir to the Empire. We talked about Haunted Mansion and Good Asian. Number 3 on the CBSI is Nightwing 100, the second printing, the Dan Mora 1 in 25. I picked up this week the Batman homage, the Batman animated series homage of Nightwing. Did you get to see that book?
No,
I picked that book.
up.
So the classic Batman, the animated series, right at the end of the credit, the opening credit scene where it's just Batman. You got the lightning bolt. That scene. Come on.
Where he's like covering himself.
No, he's just standing there like this, and then the lightning bolt shows him stand. That one that he's on the rooftop.
Yeah,
right?
he's
the classic one. They did an homage, but instead of Batman, it is actually Nightwing. It's really cool. It's a cool cover. So I picked that one up. I picked one up for you guys too because I'm going to put it in one of my grab bags. So go check that one out.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff there. Number 2 is Invincible Iron Man. Number 1, the second printing by Bob Lanton, the 1 in 25 book. People are still hunting. This book is going for almost $500 in the second market. It's crazy. And number 1 is Something's Killing the Children, issue 27, the Comics Pro variant. It's going for $200 again because it's a Comics Pro variant. So those are your books for CBSI. And now let's talk about cover price. Cover price. I don't know what's going on over there, but it's not working. For what they say is number one, I don't get because it's not working for me, Josh.
And you're
Not
paying
worth-
for this service, right? You're subscribed to this.
I like cover price. I really do. I really do. So I'm not complaining to them. I just don't understand where they're getting these numbers from. You know what I mean? But they're getting these numbers. And number 10 is that Incredible Hulk. It's that Incredible Hulk Amazing Spider-Man homage. Number 9, The Good Asian. Number 8, you got Batman 655, the first cameo appearance of Damian Wayne. Number 7, you got Marvel Superhero Secret Wars issue number 8, first black costume, first Spider-Woman, and the first She-Hulk Titana over at issue number 7. So you got 7 and 8. Go fit. Then we have Punisher's War Journal number 6. All right. That book is currently, the top sale was $160 for this book. Crazy. Daredevil 183, the direct market is going for almost $300. There goes that blank facsimile of Batman 357. And Wakanda issue 4, the second printing, that's there as well. And the book that is number 1 for the 3rd week in a row for cover price, Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Why is it that this is the number 1 book on their list, but I can't seem to get this book to be sold on my end? Guys, I have the book on eBay. Go buy it. I have it. I'm trying to get rid of it. No one's buying it. So
I have my copy.
yeah, I gave you your copy, didn't I? Look, I'm trying to get rid of this thing.
And the lesson to everyone is, as always, don't spec what you can't afford to lose.
Well, I got them for cover price, so it didn't bother me at all. I'm just trying to get my money back. So I'm okay. So those are your cover price books for this week. All right, Josh. Anything to say about this?
About this in general?
About this whole trending week of comics?
Yeah, man, just ignore the trends, man. Follow your heart, dude.
and everything will work out in the end.
Yeah,
The more you know. I feel like they're supposed to be like this music. It's what's supposed to follow. All right. So another thing that happened this week that I didn't mention to everybody was I tried to go to BTC and get me an electric foil Superman. I tried twice and I failed twice. Sold out immediately. You know, but I'll let you guys know that you can still get 10% off your books going by Big Time Collectibles. These guys are good. I actually do enjoy them. Good. They're a good retailer. Use Izzyverse10 and you get 10% off promo code. All right. Also, you want to get your supplies, BCW. Use promo code Izzyverse. You get 10% off your purchase. If you go to ComicXposure, another great retailer. I'm going to have some really good stuff from ComicXposure coming up soon that I'm going to be sharing with you guys pretty shortly. So be on the lookout for that. But you get 15% off if you use the promo code Izzyverse. And of course, we got the Bronx Anime Comic Expos happening August 26th. We have a location. I'm trying to remember St. Helena's Church or something. I think that's the name. If you go here with this promo code, we can get 50% off. So all that is happening coming up soon. And Josh, what you got coming up soon?
Tomorrow night, we do the same thing we do every night, Pinky.
And what is that?
Try to sell some comic books on Whatnot. Tomorrow, though, like normal, I have a Whatnot show Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. I'll be selling all kinds of comic books, but tomorrow we're doing a very special collected edition sale. So trade paperbacks. We got some showcase. You remember the old DC showcase books? I've got a stack of those. Some prestige format books. So come by. You get $15 free credit if you sign up with Izzy's codes here, and check it out.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun, man. A lot of good stuff going on there. But you know what I need from you? I need you to become a member of the Izzyverse. You become a member of the Izzyverse, you're entitled to a lot of perks that I got, man. I got a lot of good stuff going on here. So there's 3 tiers to the Izzyverse. If you become a member on YouTube, it starts as little as 99 cents a month. You can do the street level. That way you get some nice little emojis and all that fun stuff. But where the money's at is in global and cosmic. Those are the tiers that you really want to take a look at and take advantage of. Why? Well, with street level, you're gonna get the loyalty badges, the emojis. You get early access to new videos when I put up new videos. But with global level, you're gonna get perks from all the other ones. You get members only live streams, which I'll invite you to as live stream, believe it or not. Right? You can come join us and talk about comics and all that fun stuff. Now my throat is caught up. I can't even talk anymore. We'll connect you to the Discord channel, and you're gonna be given some Izzy Street swag. And you'll be a member of the monthly mystery box tier 1. So I'm going to have some cool stuff in there. Last week, I showed off the Batman signed by Jim Lee. I got some more stuff coming. That's part of the reason why I'm clearing up the boxes, because I want to get rid of stuff. So you guys can take advantage of that stuff there. But you can become a member there. Also, there is the cosmic level for $4.99. You get all that stuff, plus you got to get member shout outs, member only polls. The Izzy level street swags level 2, that's going to be into a bigger box with some cool stuff. And my good friend Sean, he's going to be donating some really cool hats that I'll show you all. I'll show off a little bit later, another time. But you'll get the members only monthly mystery box tier 2, and that's what's important about that, is that you'll get more stuff there. So we'll do a drawing every month, and we'll get some more good stuff to show off. So join the Izzyverse. Again, it's as little as 99 cents to support the channel, or you could do as big as $4.99 a month. That's $5 a month, man. That's less than a cup of coffee. Is that how they say it? That's what they say, right? Less than a cup of coffee?
I don't even know what coffee costs.
I don't drink coffee, so I wouldn't know either.
I feel like that character from that show where she's like, it's a cup of coffee. How much could it cost? $10?
Well, if you go to Starbucks, it will.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know.
No, okay. Well, you know what you do know?
No.
There you have it. It's the pull list. It's time to talk about our new comic books that are coming out this week. That's what we're going to talk about now. And Marvel has 16 titles, man. They're getting soft, man. They used to have these 20, 25. I'm waiting for the 30 hit.
Just wait till the summer, the May and the summer. It's going to pick up.
You think so?
I know it. I've got my pre-orders in.
You got your pre-orders in.
It's getting crazy.
It's getting nuts. All right, so let's go ahead and get things started. Starting with our number ones for Marvel. The first book is The Excellence #1. This is coming back from Ecstatic, and that book. I personally always like this version of the X-Men. They've always been the type of X-Men that are like celebrities and stuff, and there's always a death in them. So it's kind of like the Suicide Squad of the X-Men. So they're relaunching with The Excellence issue #1. Now, I did mention in my promo video that pay attention to sleepwalkers. Remember the sleepwalkers in the 90s, Josh? Or you were a child at the time. I forgot.
I had my dad gave me a couple of Sleepwalkers books that I never read and I sold. So I'm aware of their existence.
Well, it's his existence. So in the 90s, there was a character by the name of Sleepwalker who, if he goes to sleep, he fights crime in his dreams, pretty much. But it's not really dreaming. He's actually fighting crime. And it appears that they will be returning in Hellcat. But not just Sleepwalker, maybe Sleepwalkers. So the group called the Sleepwalkers. So that's the thing. So if I was you, I would try to find those Sleepwalker books again and see what's up. But yeah, the 90s are back, baby. We had Dan Ketch back, and now we're getting the Sleepwalker back. Gotta love it. And, Hellcat in particular, she's a fun character. Patsy Walker's a fun character. So issue #1 of Hellcat will be out this week. Also this week, Wolverine issue #31. And we got the Hulk, issue 13, Titan. Hulk Planet, not to be confused which planet Hulk. It's Hulk Planet, part 5, This is going to be a big one, I say. But I think this issue is wrapping up. Ryan Otley's story is about to wrap up soon. We're going to get Incredible Hulk is returning. I'm excited for that. I always like Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk's a good book. So be on the lookout for that one. This is actually Legacy 780 of 780 issues of the Hulk. And you're going to tell me nobody loves the Hulk. Everybody loves the Hulk. What can you not love about the Hulk? 780 comics, about
Listen,
600
man,
on Peter David.
show me the sales chart. Let people put their money where their mouth is if they like Hulk so much. But I will say, before the MCU came out, who were the top 3 Marvel characters?
Hulk.
And
Incredible Hulk. Immoral Hulk.
no, it was Spider-Man, Wolverine, and the Hulk. Okay, so now Hulk is not as popular, but let's not forget he's a huge part of the Marvel things.
What we need to do with Hulk, and you guys who are watching, you tell me. I think we need to get Savage Hulk back. I'm tired of this version of Hulk right now. I'm done. I don't need Professor Hulk anymore. Right? I'm done. It's over. Give me Savage Hulk back. I want puny human Hulk. That's the one I want. I'm done. I think we did everything we could with Hulk in this version. Give me Joe Fixit. I'm good with Joe Fixit. I want to see that version too. I'm down with that. But I'm done with this version of the Hulk. We just skipped Joe Fixit. Skipped him, man. Because that was the whole thing, right? With Professor Hulk. Professor Hulk was the best of all 3 of them, right? So it had the strength of Savage, it had the brains of Banner, but it had the attitude of Fixit.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't get that. We just got the brains of Banner in Smash Body.
Well, they're trying to. I think they're trying to. If your first encounter of Hulk was from, the movies, the recent movies, then you kind of want to see the same type of character in the books. But who cares?
All right, moving on. We got Miles Morales, issue number 4, Spider-Man. This is going to feature a new Spider Slayer, so I'm excited to see what kind of Spider Slayer Miles is going to go through. Captain Marvel, issue 47. She's battling the Brood, which is always cool. I always like the Brood. The Brood is always like a knockoff alien. And now we actually have Alien in Marvel. So I'm waiting for Marvel to do a Brood Alien crossover. And just throw in Punisher. Not Punisher. Throw in Predator. What the hell? Throw in Punisher.
Cosmic Punisher.
Oh, even Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Avengers Forever issue 15. Again, we're wrapping up Jason Aaron's storyline, and this is going to be the final issue for that book. Also, Immoral X-Men issue number 2, the Sins of Sinister storyline continues. A lot of people have been enjoying it. So go check that book out. Then you have, I love this. I bookend the screen with goblins. So from the left side, you got Gold Goblin, issue number 5. And from the right side, you got Red Goblin, issue number 2. Good Goblin, Bad Goblin. Which Goblin are you going to pick?
Neither. Sick of goblins.
You're tired of goblins? You don't like Gold Goblin or Red Goblin?
So first of all, Red Goblin is normie. No one cares about normie. He shouldn't exist.
Normie.
And Gold Goblin's not a bad book, but I already see Norman in Amazing Spider-Man. I have never finished an Amazing Spider-Man book and thought, you know what I really need? I need more Norman Osborn. So neither goblin.
And the Norman Osborn that actually cares for Peter.
Yeah, he's like a good guy now. It's like, all right.
That's disgusting, isn't it? I'm just waiting for him to turn on him. You know what I'm saying?
He will. He will just at the same
Eventually.
time that Peter and MJ get back together.
He's the one that got her. He got him pregnant too, right? So that's actually his kids. They're just gonna do the story all over again. It's like, maybe since it didn't work for Gwen, let's see if it works for Mary Jane.
Somehow the Jackal is involved.
There you go. The kids are clones. Again, no matter what we say, that's how it's gonna end, right?
there's no bad theories here.
It's all theory. It's just all theories. All right. Captain America: Symbol of Truth, issue 11, and Secret Invasion, issue number 5, also coming out. Avengers: A War Across Time, issue 3. Bishop War College. I'm still on this whole Bishop War College storyline thing. I don't know. I'm not reading it. I don't care about it that much. It just sounds weird. Bishop in college. That's
Well,
what it
hold on a
sounds like to
second.
me.
Let me stop you here.
Okay, go ahead.
Do we have time for a rant?
Haven't you been ranting all day?
No, this is a good one because you know how
Should-
you always say
Can I check my phone in the meantime while you do that?
yeah. No, you're good. So you know how people you always say like, oh man, people don't like X-Men anymore. Like, why? X-Men is so good. Why don't people read X-Men? Well, would you just look at the titles of these X books they put out? Like, how is anyone supposed to read the title and be like, oh yeah, I know what this book is about. So I'm gonna defend Bishop War College here, right?
The one book you're gonna defend is this one.
I'm going to defend this one because Immoral X-Men doesn't tell me anything about what it's about. What was the other one? Like Executioners or whatever?
Excellence. The Excellence.
What is that? Is it even really an X book? It has X in it. Does that make it about the X-Men? Or
They're mutants, man. They're mutants.
They're mutants. Again, I know nothing about the book based on the title.
You never read Ecstatic or anything like that? X-Force back in the day?
No. And I shouldn't have to read a book from 20 years ago to understand what's coming out on the newsstands today, okay? But then you have Bishop War College. I know what this book is about. It's got Bishop in it, and he's teaching some people how to do war in a college. Great title. Compared to all this, like what's the other one? Extreme X-Men with an X in it instead of just Extreme.
Don't talk about Extreme X-Men. That's Chris.
I'm just saying, I'm sure these are all great books, but if I'm a new reader trying to get into X-Men, it's a nightmare. So I appreciate Bishop War College for having a good title.
And there you have it, guys. Your rant from Josh. Josh's rant. Our next book is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, issue number 4. Look at that beautiful cover. I think this book in 20 years from now is going to be the top book of the year. This is the next Harley Quinn cover. We will be talking about Harley Quinn a little later. I just remembered something. But sure, why not? And the only Star Wars book of the week, Star Wars Yoda, issue number 5. Yoda is teaching all the Padawans everything before they get killed by Darth Vader.
Well, this book, look, where issue 5 is right now is when Count Dooku hasn't left the Jedi Order yet. So it's these Padawans. They might actually
make it.
Yeah, well, they might live and have a long life.
You said live and die later.
I mean, they're gonna die at some point. They might die in the Clone Wars, or they might die earlier. Than that.
Okay, so that's the book that's coming out from Marvel. We got DC with 11 titles. Not bad for DC. Let's see how many of them Batman related. All right. Well, look at that. Not exactly Batman related, but the first book is Superman Lost, issue number 1. This is a limited series, so if you like Superman books, and Superman's been hot, man. I just recently read Superman number 1. I enjoyed it. Did you get a chance to read it?
Yeah, it was really good.
It was fun. I love the way Luther's just talking to him. He's like, no, you should have done this. You should have done that. It's like, and Superman just fires like, I told you. He's like, why don't you just do this? It's like, it's going to kill him. That's why. And Parasite with little Parasite babies.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was spooky, man.
Yeah. Parasite's a spooky character. I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got another I thought this Lazarus Planet thing was over. Apparently, we have another Lazarus Planet book, Revenge of the Gods, issue number 1. This is a one-shot. This one features... I guess they decided... No. Yeah, go ahead.
This is not a one-shot.
This is not a one-shot because it looks like a one-shot from where I'm seeing it.
So I'm not going to
right.
I'm not going to defend this. I'm just going to explain it, okay? This is sort of a... And I also say they keep doing stuff like this. So we had like a Deceased book still coming out like a year after Deceased happened, right?
Yeah.
And other stuff like that. So this is a limited series spinning out of Lazarus Planet. It's got Shazam in it. It's got Wonder Woman. It's got the Greek pantheon in it. And this is like this and a tie-in with Wonder Woman is leading up to Wonder Woman issue 800 as well as the new Shazam one. That's what's going on.
Oh, okay, I see. Now this does have a really cool Wonder Woman cover. A Daniel St. Pierre foil cover. It's really nice. I think that's going to be a hot book. So go check that one out. The next book, I don't get this one because it feels like they just stole the idea from Deadpool, but they stole it 10 years later.
It's okay. It's still good.
Maybe even longer than 10 years, right? Harley screws up the DCU. What do you guys say about that one? You got a rent for that one?
I don't have a rant. I'm just not going to buy it.
You're just not going to buy it. Well, again, it's like everybody keeps talking about like Harley and Deadpool. They go hand in hand pretty much. It's like Harley and Deadpool. It's like they're pretty different. I'm gonna say in a way, they're just equally as popular, I guess. They're characters that debuted in the '90s that were originally villains, and now they're kind of like anti-heroes, right? Because they're not really good guys; they're just anti-heroes now, right? And they just keep the comparisons alive, and this is just a good example of that, keeping that comparison alive. That's all. So who knows? Maybe it is a fun book, but who's to say it isn't? But it's part of the multiversity book storyline that goes on. So go check that one out if you like. Justice Society of America issue number 3 is out this week. Again, a lot of people like that book, so go check that one out. Batgirls issue 16. Danger Street issue 4. There goes our Batman book, Batman Incorporated issue 6, and Wildcats issue number 5. You know what I found out this week? I didn't know this until recently. Did you know that Wildcats is no longer Covert Action Teams?
What does it stand for?
It stands for something else now.
How are you going to bring that up and not tell me what it stands for?
I know, right?
Now I'm wondering.
Maybe I should let you wait on it.
Yeah. Leave us in suspense.
This is your cliffhanger for next week, guys.
Come back next. No. It's locked behind the subscription. So if you subscribe,
you get to know the answer. Yeah. So it no longer stands for Wild Covert Action Teams, but it is funny because this week there's a YouTube channel that I do watch, and they talk about cartoons and series that came out. What's the story behind it? And they actually did the story of the Wildcat series, which was awesome because I love Wildcats. That cartoon was so ridiculous, but it was just so much fun. You know what I mean? Like it was a fun story. And the fact that when they're talking to Jim Lee's just saying things like, yeah, we had characters in the comics that, they really weren't made for kids. So we decided to change it for the cartoon series like Voodoo. Did you know that Voodoo was she was an exotic dancer? So you know how they changed it in the cartoon?
How?
In the cartoon, she's an orphan.
That's not an occupation. That's not your job.
Well, that's how they changed it. So we decided to make her an orphan.
Orphan exotic dancer? I don't get it. Like,
no, she's not an exotic dancer. I just told you she's not an exotic dancer. She's an orphan now.
Okay.
She could have been the exotic dancer could be an orphan. In fact, that's why she's an exotic dancer.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, we changed her shoes and gave her a sweater. Like that. Those are two different things.
Now I can't find out what it means. I'm trying to find it.
Maybe it stands for actual cats. Like it's just a word.
It's something. I forgot what it is, but we'll look it up for another time. Okay, moving on. Batman Adventures continues. This is the first appearance of a new character called the Straight Man. He's a henchman of the Joker. Why not? Let's make the Straight Man character. I'm down. I'm definitely down with that. And I actually like this cover. I think it's a cool cover. Batman and the Scooby-Doo Mystery. The Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries issue 6 is part of a limited series, so that's important to pick up. You never know. And Looney Tunes 271 for you kids out there who just want some, what is it? Some hijinks and stuff like that. Some good stuff for the kids. Those are your DC books. Now let's go ahead and Image. Look at that. Image has 16 titles. It's a big Image week. Starting with No One, issue number 1. Now tell me what this is about, because I saw that you have selected this book. So what made you interested in No One?
Yeah, man, I pre-ordered this 3 months ago, so I don't remember. But it's an Image number 1. I don't buy every Image number 1, but I saw this one. I thought it was cool. The trade dress is amazing. So again, big on covers, being able to see it across the room. It's got some good covers going on here.
Well, it does happen to have a good writing in Brian Buccellato, I believe it is. And it's interesting enough because if you look at the creator remarks, it has like writers, Kyle Higgins, who actually Geraldo Borges. You have all these creators, and then there's a spot here that just says other, and it's Patton Oswalt.
Yes. So I think he's doing something for. I think he might be.
That's
I forgot what he's doing. Yes,
so Rachel Lee Cook and Patton. So this book is definitely worth checking out because it might have some spec buzz into it because it's going to be part of a podcast.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'm just going to read it. I don't know if I'll listen to it. If the book is good, I'll listen to the podcast.
Okay. All right. So we'll see how it works, man. So it is part of the Massive universe. So it's Massiveverse. So it's part of the Radiant Red, Radiant Black, Radiant Red, all those. So go check out No One. All right. Also, we have another number 1, Forged. Number 1 is coming out for Image Comics. Gunslinger Spawn issue number 18. I'm looking at the other one. And Nemesis Reloaded issue 3. I'm excited for this one. Can't wait to pick it up. The minute Nemesis came out, you know me, I picked them up. I love it.
Yeah. Not for kids. Not for kids.
Oh, no. Definitely not for kids. Even though there are kids in the story. But this was not for the youngins. All right. Noctera issue 12. Little Monsters issue 11. I Hate Fairyland issue 5. Time Before Time, that amazing Cyndi Lauper song is a book. That's Time After Time.
Yeah,
right?
close.
This is the prequel to that song, Time Before Time. Issue 21.
All right, everyone. Have a good night.
Come to the show, man. That's why you come. Black Cloak issue number 3, Imaged issue 11. I actually think that's a pretty crazy looking cover. Art Brute number 4. Now, I've been picking up Art Brute, and I haven't read them. I just love the covers. Mm-hmm. I just love them. I think the covers are so cool and creative.
That makes you an Art Brute.
Oh, there you go. Have you ever tried Brute cologne? Remember that?
No.
It's terrible. It's awful, man.
Do you have some?
No, that goes back, man. That was Brute.
Okay.
There's a green bottle. It looks like a Heineken bottle.
Mm.
I'm not kidding. It looks like a Heineken bottle. Same green glass. And then you got Kaya issue number 6. Also from Image, Against All Against All issue 4. The Last Barbarians issue 2. Hexware issue 4. And Monarch issue 2. Monarch's a pretty cool book, man. With the whole invasion storyline, but in Compton. So that should be fun. I had to read. And we have a couple of books for our indie books. Boom has 5 books. IDW has 5. Dark Horse has 4. Scout has 6. Dynamite has 3. And Frank Miller Presents has 2, just to name some of the higher tier indie books. So let's go ahead and take a look at those books here. Starting with Boom, House of Slaughter issue number 13. The Whole Behemoth issue number 4. Berserker 12, man. The last issue of Berserker is happening. Right? I'm hearing a lot of buzz that people don't like this book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not as good as it was. but there is a great cover that I think I'm gonna pick up. So I'll show it to you a little later. All right, the Harrow issue number 2. This was actually a good book. It's the story of kind of like a boogeyman type story, but he protects. He's more of a protector, if anything. Vampire Slayer issue 12, and those are for Boom Studios. Over in IDW, you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, The Lost Years issue number 2, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Armageddon Game issue number 6. Then we have our Star Trek books for IDW: Define issue number 1, Resurgent issue number 5, and Star Trek issue number 5. For you Trekkies out there you go, some Star Trek books. And Dark Horse, we got Masters of the Universe, Masterverse issue number 2, Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures issue number 3, White Savior 3, and Spy Super issue number 3. Scout Comics, you have 6 titles. Junction Jones and the Corduroy Conspiracy number 1. Agents of Worldy issue number 4. I'm amazed that we're only at issue number 4 of Agent of Worldy, because I remember in the summertime talking about this book being debuting, and we're only on issue number 4.
Yeah, stuff happens.
I hear you. And then Kilchella. Last week we had Kilchella issue 3. Now we're going to get issue number 4 this week.
When it rains, it pours.
By the Horns, Dark Earth issue number 7, Eternus issue number 3. Another one of those books that's been massively delayed. And Category Zero Conflict issue number 4. Dynamite Entertainment only has 3 books this week: Draculina, Blood Simple issue 2, Darkwing Duck. I love how they have Draculina and Darkwing Duck are like right next to each other.
It's Dynamite.
And then to top it off, Mad Balls and Garbage Pail Kids, Slime Again, issue number 2. For you kids that love those cards. All right, Frank Miller presents Little Red Ronin issue number 1, the Ronin edition, and Trident of Alluriella, right? Issue number 2. Then you have another company by the Bad Kids Press, The Nowhere Man number 1, and Katie Black Dragon 1. Yes, that's right. What you're seeing is that she is a robot. It's actually a cool looking robot too. All right. Then we have some more books from your indies. You got Upshot, Troja issue number 3 from AEW. From Zenscope, Van Helsing, Annual Sins of a Father number 1. And when I saw this one, I immediately thought of you, Josh. I don't know why. Silver Sprocket Comics has the book. You ready for it?
Okay.
PP Poo Poo Comics issue 69.
That's my daily life. I have 2 small children.
That's why I immediately thought of you. Like, this is the book we must get, Josh. PP Poo Poo Comics 69. The fact that we have 69 issues of a book called PP Poo Poo Comics is amazing to me.
Are we sure they have 69 issues and you just go straight to number 69?
Well, then again, we got to have to contact Silver Sprocket to know for sure, don't we?
I guess so.
All right. Over at Blacktooth Publishing, Emo Girl issue number 4. So for those of you who want your My Chemical Romance and you want a comic book about My Chemical Romance characters, here you go. The Emo Girl 4. Black Moon Comics has Stray Sheep issue 2. Whatnot Publishing has The Quested issue 4. Over at Ablaze, Family Time issue 4. And Ahoy Comics has Billionaire Idol Cult of Dogs issue number 5. And to wrap things up, Merc Publishing has Miss Meow issue 7. Black Mass, Destiny New York issue 13. And Evil Ink Comics has My Brother's Blood Machine. And Opus Comics has Frank Fazetta's Death Dealers 10. What's going on, Collecting with Dirt? How you doing, my homie? I actually got on his show yesterday. We were talking about the LCS issues that have been happening with incentives and things like that. So it was a really good show, man. Go check out Collecting with Dirt, guys. He has a great show. All right. Those are the weekly pull lists. Anything stood out for you?
Anything stand out from you? Definitely Bishop War College too, because I know what it's about. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean Nemesis. No one. These are going to be big books. From I'm trying to think of like one from each publisher. JSA 3. Hey, if anyone's an aspiring artist out there, try practicing that cover. You'll learn how to draw a plane in perspective for real. That's what I'll say.
I hear you. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna wrap things up because we got to talk a little bit about our picks. All right, Josh. Here we're gonna start with yours, and you got a lonely number 5.
Yeah.
Only 5 books, man. That's not a big week for you, is it?
I mean, if it's not there, I'm not going to buy it. I am under no obligation to spend any money. It's you publishers who must create something that I will want to buy. So JSA 3, this is a good book. Nemesis 3, it's a good book. No 1, I hope it's a good book. Yoda is probably a good book. I'm getting Hellcat. It's kind of a shot in the dark. I said, why not?
Because you want those sleepwalkers. You want to see what's going on with the sleepwalkers. That's what it is.
It could be good. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
All right.
It could have been 4 books.
It could have, woulda, shoulda, as they say. All right. So as you know what I do, I go ahead and I like to share with you guys some of the variants that I saw that I thought was really, really cool. So I also picked up Ancient Enemies, Dinjan. I thought that was a pretty cool cover. Remember I told you about the artwork colors? Just look at that. Andy Warhol, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Avengers Forever. I picked the Hainsworth wraparound connecting variant. I picked up last week's book, so I have to pick up this week's. So
they got you.
No, I thought it was cool. I also picked up a copy for our good pals, our subscribers here, our members. So there's a book. I have a book for that one for you guys. Peach Momoka Infinity Saga Phase 3 variant. I thought that was really cool. Captain Marvel 47. Peach Momoka is that, she's a great artist, and there's moments that I like. There's some I don't. I think this one's a really cool cover. I also picked the Darkwing Duck cover Y. Would you believe it? Cover Y. All right, the 1 in 10.
Why are there so many covers?
People, I don't know, and I don't think Darkwing's selling as much, to be completely honest. But I had to pick up the Year 1 cover because I thought it was really cool. The Batman Year 1 homage. House of Slaughter issue number 15, the 1 in 50 War variant, I thought was really cool cover. It looks pretty cool. I'm interested to see what it looks like, in person. And yes, I did select Hulk 13, the Steve McNiven Virgin variant of the homage to the classic McFarlane cover. I think I've seen this years ago, though. Like this drawing, this homage, not the drawing. Of course, I've seen the drawing. 340, of course, I've seen it. But I'm
having
curious.
A deja vu.
Yeah, deja vu all over again, right? Miles Morales issue 4, the Tyler Curtin cover, I thought was pretty cool. And of course, man, you got me on the Quest cover, man. The incentive video game homage to Legend of Zelda. I think that's pretty cool, especially when we got only 4. I love that. Harrow issue 2. Just look at that cover, man. That Revel variant, that 1 in 15 Rebel. I think that's a pretty sweet cover. And yes, the Scotty Young Hellcat. If I'm gonna pick up a Hellcat book, I'm picking up Scotty Young's cover with the yarn. She looks so cute. All right. And I saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Armageddon game. This is the Kevin Eastman cover C, which why not? And Last Ronin, the Hugh Lin Lee cover, I think is great. And yes, Harley Quinn screws up the DCU. I picked the Harden cardstock. That's the one where she's getting into the flashes of Two Worlds. And the Berserker issue 12. Remember what I told you about that Berserker? Look at that. It looks like it. I'm gonna pick that one. I want to pick that one up just because it just reminds me of oh my goodness, why is his name John Wick? I'm getting my John Wick vibes here. Look at that.
Keanu Reeves.
It's perfect. John Wick vibes, man. That's why I'll pick this one up. All right. So that's my poll for this week. Any thoughts?
I hope you enjoy all those books. I don't know where you're going to put them, but
I don't know either. I might have to get rid of some.
Oh, man.
All right. One last thing I want to share with everybody, and that is what's coming up soon. We got some conventions on the way, man. Convention season is back, and in March 25th, we got not just one but two conventions going on. Big Apple Comic Con, which is happening at the New Yorker. That's happening. I am planning to go to Saturday's show, so I'll be there for Saturday. But if you're unable to go to Big Apple and you're in the Jersey area, I suggest you go to King Kong 4. That show has always been a great show. I hear a lot of good buzz about it. I had to pick one or the other. I said, let me go to the one that's closest to me. So I will not be at King Kong, but I wanted to share it with you guys so that you know that King Kong is happening. But go check that one out if you're in the Jersey area. It's really good. If you're in the New York area, I suggest you go to Big Apple. And another show that's very you know, how's to say it's in my heart, this show, Mocha Fest. And Josh, have you ever been in Mocha Fest for Pronto?
I've never been to Mocha somehow.
Really? You missed out on Mocha Fest? Wow.
It's I don't know why. It's maybe like every year I was just scheduling, but
Well-
I've never been to Mocha.
Well, Mocha Fest is happening on April 1st. And what's great about Mocha Fest, for those of you who don't know anything about Mocha Fest, which surprisingly, I know a lot of people don't know about Mocha Fest. Mocha Fest is an indie show. It is a show that is specifically targeted for indie creators. So you will not see Marvel, you will not see DC, you won't even see Image. These are indie creators. Some of them are local, some of them are coming from across the country. Last year we did a show, so if you get a chance to look in my playlist, I do have a Mocha Fest playlist from last year. Really good stuff, really cool stuff, very different. You know, for those of you who like indie comics, and more importantly, you like obscure indie comics, go to Mocha Fest. It is definitely worth checking out. You're gonna trust me when I tell you it, you're gonna have a good time. Go check it out. It's happening the April 1st and the 2nd. I will be there on Saturday. I'll try to get some footage for you guys for the show. I'm gonna do some footage for Big Apple as well. So I'm definitely gonna be, you know, my plan is to do both for those shows. So go check them out. It's gonna be fun. I promise you. It's if you get a chance to go to Mocha Fest, go to Mocha Fest. All right, Josh, we're gonna talk about you going to Mocha Fest.
Okay.
All right, we'll get you there, man. We'll get you there. I'm already in there, so we'll talk about it. But again, support the Izzyverse. Again, you could leave a channel membership program, be part of the Izzyverse. That's how I'm going to get more comics to get to you, because I'm out of space. I got to get rid of these things, man. So if you join the Izzyverse for just, you know, for as little as 99 cents, but if you start for the $1.99, you're going to get in, you're going to get some good stuff. Some modern books, I'll throw in a bronze book here and there. Josh, how many Moon Knight books did you see?
Oh, there's a stack of pretty much everything. It's easier to name the books you didn't have huge stacks of. So like you only had like a little bit of Namor.
And you only saw a third of them.
I only saw a third of them. So maybe there's a huge pile of Namor hanging out somewhere. Yeah.
Well, I got the ones I decided to put the ones that I haven't touched in spots that I could get to a lot quicker.
Makes sense. Yeah.
We'll start working. I'll be working on those. So you're welcome to stop by and say hi again, Josh.
Work.
Let's work it. You got pizza, didn't you?
I did get free pizza. Thank you very much.
And a ride. You got a ride.
I got a tour of the Bronx.
That is correct, because you were the first pickup. All right, guys. No giveaway today, but I am going to share with you guys that I do have some more stuff planned. And don't forget, you can see me again tonight. I'm going to be at Carlos Collects Comics at 11 p.m. So those of you who can't sleep, I'm going to be really tired. I know I'm going to be tired, but I'm going to do him a favor, and I'm going to show up in the show because he asked me, and you know, I've been meaning to do his show for a while. Can't wait to do the show. Until then, man, Josh, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Cabrera_Josh.
And you know where to find me, Izzyverse NYC. I'm in Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. No Snapchat. I haven't done Snapchat, and I don't think I'm gonna. But you know where to find me, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, man, the police are out to get you, Josh. I'm hearing the sirens already.
That's how you know I'm in the Bronx.
There you go. Guys, until next time, Excelsior.
Bye.